Hey, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully your Sunday's off to a wonderful start. Here today to break down the main slate for the NBA DFS Sunday fiasco we got going on today. Obviously, most of you guys have probably heard by now Raptors Bulls is canceled, so we get to knock that one off of our potential places to go. Still plenty of good options on the board, and let's discuss it. All right, guys, before we get into today's picks, quick shout out to our partner over at Jazz Sportsbook. For all the sports bettors, if you guys want to try shifting some of your funds over to Jazz, give them a whirl. They've been in business for over 20 years. Easy same day payouts, excellent customer service. Make that initial deposit by using the promotional code 5pack. You'll get all the same deposit matches and everything like that. And I'll get you a free 5pack membership. You just got to let me know when you make that deposit, and I'll get you the free membership. Again, guys, same day payouts, 5pack is the promo. Let me know if you do so. Still got the promotion running on the monthly memberships, $20 off your first month. We got Discord up and running now. Let me know if you are interested by signing up via the website. Subscribe to the station if you are new to it. The thumbs up is always sincerely appreciated. And let's start by talking about today's cash game of lock. De'Aaron Fox, the Sacramento Kings. So he was very popular Friday night against the Pistons. He played very well, looked like himself. But more than anything, what's really big for me is the no Halliburton. Why that matters is because Halliburton is kind of like a combo point guard, shooting guard, who at points of the Sacramento Kings games can kind of take over the lead role of kind of distribution and running the offense because he's awesome. I'm a big Halliburton fan. I really like what this kid's bringing to the NBA. I think he's going to be a solid player for a long time, but it doesn't matter because he's not there today. That means De'Aaron Fox gets a real bump up in what he is needed to do for the Sacramento Kings. He's also back to looking like himself. If you saw the game against the Knicks, the Sacramento Kings announcers kind of went into length how he just looked like the injury was slowing him down for about a week there. But it doesn't seem to be a factor anymore. He's back to looking like the guy pre-injury who was absolutely balling. He's supposed to be big time chalk today. I think you lock him into your cash lineups, and quite honestly, even at the $8,600 price tag, he's got a good opportunity to even provide some version of GPP value on this slate. So cash game lock, but I am not opposed to using him in GPPs today, even at what's likely going to be relatively high ownership. Next up, let's talk about Dennis Schroeder of the Los Angeles Lakers. So I brought him up the other day in long shots, and I even went out of my way to say he may start the game slow and play better as as the game progresses, and that's kind of what happened. He did not play well to start the game. He had been out for 10 days, but as the game finished, he looked better and better throughout it. He meandered into a very ho-hum 30 points. I expect him to play better than that today. In a big game against the Golden State Warriors, for my money, this projects to be a competitive game for 4 quarters. When Anthony Davis is not around, Schroeder has to take a much bigger role as the second best offensive player on the team. I like point guards with shooting guard eligibility. That's what you get right here. He's only projected currently for about 5% ownership, which is, that's definitely, quote unquote, lower owned for people who are looking for somebody that's not going to be super chalk in GPPs. I think he has every possibility to 6X or better today, and also comes with a very strong floor. So I like Dennis the Menace. I think he's viable in all options. I don't care that he's low owned if you want to play him in cash games, but he's definitely low owned. That he is a bit of a diamond in the rough for GPPs, or at least projected to be relatively lower owned. Next up, Kemba, cover boy of the day, Boston Celtics point guard Kemba Walker. So the way I look at Kemba is he's a good play no matter what, but I think he becomes closer to a lock for me if Jaylen Brown, who is listed as questionable, is out today. So like Tatum is coming off just 2 terrible games where he has not looked good at all, just awful. Brown's questionable. All those things make me like Kemba a little bit more today. And if Jaylen Brown's out, he's going to be uber chalk for all those reasons. I think what's really, really important to me in this game is I expect this to be a good competitive game. The Wizards have been awesome to me lately. And what I mean by that is all the games have worked out exactly how I kind of expected them to. And that's why I have a good feeling today about the Wizards today, that this is a competitive ball game. I think this game's a game for 48 minutes. Look, I've been wrong a million times before. I'll be wrong a million more times, but I feel very confident this is going to be a 4-quarter quality basketball game, which means you could see 36, 37 minutes of Kemba. He's been starting to look like the Kemba Walker of old a little bit. It took him a while bouncing back from injury, but more consistently, he's looking like himself, becoming more assertive and aggressive on the offensive end. He's going to be relatively popular no matter what today at this price tag, but it browns out. He's going to be big-time chalk, so take that for what it's worth. Next up, let's move over to long shots of the day, and let's talk about hello, my name is Jonas Valanciunas of the Memphis Grizzlies. 7,400 center position taken on the Houston Rockets. The Rockets have no center to guard him. They're running out like Tucker and Patton and guys like that. Christian Wood isn't back yet. Cousins has gone off the team. They just don't have anybody that's even remotely capable of guarding Jonas Valanciunas. So he's projected today for about 10% ownership as of this morning. I don't know if it's going to be that high. And what I mean by that is I do think like some of these guards at bigger money are going to make it very difficult to roster a Jonas at 7,400. So again, I don't think he's going to be 1% or anything like that, but I do think you get him. I think 10% might be on the high end. I think 5% might be more realistic. So really into more of that long shot category. Could be wrong on that. That's just the way I view it. He is playing well right now, so that maybe could help him actually be a little bit higher owned. I like the pivot off of a more popular Morant right here because Houston is just very, very incapable of guarding centers. Over the past week, we've seen Wendell Carter and I can't remember who the other center was, just absolutely go off against the Houston Rockets. And I think that's a spot where Jonas could legitimately walk out of the first quarter today with 20 to 25 DK points potentially. He doesn't play monster minutes, but if he's balling, he could push more towards that high end today than the low end. Last up, let's move over to the Minnesota Timberwolves and talk about young man Vanderbilt. So he's an odd long shot today because he was big chalk last night. I know I had him in cash games at 45% owned. I don't remember how high he was in GPPs, but we'll just go with 33%, take it or whatever it might be. Today, as it sets up as of right now, he is projected for under 2% ownership. Now that might be low, but the guys at the power forward position on the flip side of this game, on the Phoenix side of things, with Dario Saric listed as questionable, are projected to be big-time chalk right now. I like the idea of a little bit of a long shot play for Vanderbilt to outscore both of them. One, he's more needed for his team. The Minnesota Timberwolves have no D'Angelo Russell, no Malik Beasley. Outside of Karl Anthony Towns, they have a pass-first point guard in Ricky Rubio. They need to find other ways to get production from other players. Vanderbilt didn't play. I don't think he played at all in the fourth quarter last night, or if he did, it was sparingly. I did watch a bunch of that game, but I'm drawing a blank right now if he was out there at all because I think he only played 23 minutes in total. I think he's got the possibility to play more today. That game was a little bit out of hand in the fourth quarter, so the Timberwolves bench did see some extended run throughout the end. So I don't exactly know what to make of Vanderbilt's minutes, but if he's playing well today, coming off of two really, really good games, and this game is competitive, which is a big if, he could see extra minutes. Also, if it's a blowout in favor of Phoenix, I don't think there's any guarantee he's not playing bigger minutes as they check out some of these young rookies. So I like the idea of going here at a lot lower ownership today. He played very well last night in the minutes he was given. So he's very, as of right now, projected to be very, very low owned on this slip. That's what I got for you today, guys. Best of luck. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we will see you again soon.